million paths beneath the sun. A crowded world, yet we are one. We share the soil, the sea, the space, a fragile interconnected place. Beyond the numbers, may we see the care we owe humanity. Good morning, listeners. You're tuned into Radio Pallavi, the official voice of Pallavi Model School, Boduppal. A warm and massive welcome to the multiple generations tuning in today. From the energetic students to our amazing parents and teachers to the 8 billion symphony. Settle in, turn up your volume, because today we are going to talk about July 11th, World Population Day. I'm RJ Ridhi.
And I'm RJ Leher, and joining us in the studio today are Shriyadhya, Amog, and Zoya.
Good morning, campus.
Alright, now when people think about Population Day, they usually think of long, dry geography lectures with black and white graphs. But population is actually a living, breathing, chaotic human story. Let's take a step back and understand why we are even talking about this today.
The world observes World Population Day on July 11th every year. Now, people might think that Population Day is just a day for demographers, the people who study human populations to look at dusty old spreadsheets. But actually, this is a day established by the United Nations Governing Council way back in 1989.
But why 1989?
Because just 2 years earlier, in 1987, something extraordinary happened. The world's approximate population had just hit the 5 billion mark. The world collectively gasped and realized, wow, our human family is growing fast, and we need to talk about how we are sharing this space together.
This day isn't just about counting heads, it's about making every head count. It makes us think how this massive human family is going to live together.
Fast forward to today, in 2026, we have left 5 billion far behind in the rearview mirror.
And now, Shriyadhya, kick us off with the big data. Where do we stand right now?
Buckle up, listeners. As of right now in 2026, the human population has crossed over 8.3 billion people.
8.3 billion? Adhya, I can barely stand the crowd in the school cafeteria during recess. And you're telling me there are 8.3 billion of us globally?
And interestingly, if all 8.3 billion of us held hands in a single line, we could wrap around the Earth's equator more than 200 times.
Wow, Zoya, that's an incredible visual.
Absolutely. And to talk about the historical perspective, it took of all of human history thousands of years till the year 1804 for our human population to hit our first billion. But hey, look at this. We went from 7 billion to 8 billion in less than 11 years. We are multiplying faster than the notifications on a viral video.
That's exactly where the alarm bells start ringing. How do we ensure there's enough food, green water, and green energy for everyone? How do we protect our environment while lifting billions out of poverty?
And most importantly, how do we ensure that every individual, no matter where they are born, gets equal access to education, health, and basic human rights?
If you take a look at it from an ecological standpoint, you aren't just adding names to a guest list, you're adding consumers to a buffet.
A buffet? I love buffets, but what happens when we run out of food? I mean, we don't even have to look at the global resources. Just look outside the studio window. How does it make you feel?
Speaking of crowds, I don't know about you all, but the first thing comes to my mind is the morning commute. Trying to squeeze onto the public transport feels like an absolute movie survival these days.
Oh, don't tell me about it, Zoya. Traffic jams in a city are getting out of hand. But for me, it's not just the roads, it's the markets as well. Like, my mom took me grocery shopping last Sunday, and I swear I literally bumped into half the city's population in just one single aisle.
Indeed. It feels like wherever you go, the spaces are shrinking. But you know what the scariest part for me is? It's the sheer competition.
Competition? What do you mean, Adya?
Think about it. Thousands of students applying for the same college seats, the same course, or even the same jobs later on. When you see those massive numbers, it really makes you stop and worry about the future.
Packed markets, intense traffic jams, and right now intense competition. It's completely natural to feel overwhelmed by these huge numbers. But hey, Amog, you're our resident optimist in the studio, right? Is a huge population always a bad thing? Or are we looking at this from entirely wrong?
No, absolutely not, Leher. You see, everyone sees population growth as a crisis of more mouths to feed. But what they don't realize is that every mouth that enters this world also comes with a brain to think and two hands to work. Like, just take a look at our country, India. We have one of the youngest populations in the world. You see, this is what ecologists like to call a demographic dividend. We have millions of young minds capable of inventing new technologies, coding the next big AI, creating artwork, and finding solutions to climate changes.
Yay! That's the shift in mindset we needed. We are creators, not just consumers.
But Adya, I see you shaking your head over there. What's the matter? Could you please bring us back to Earth?
Amog is right about human potential, but we cannot ignore the physical limits. Our Earth's resources are finite. Think of our planet like a single pizza. If four friends share a pizza, everyone gets two nice big slices. But if 20 friends show up unexpectedly, everyone's fighting over crumbs.
Exactly. And that is what people like to call carrying capacity, the maximum an environment can sustainably support without collapsing.
Exactly. Right now, because of how much we consume, the earth is using up resources faster than we can regenerate them. Water scarcity is skyrocketing, forests are being cleared for agriculture, and greenhouse gas emissions are warming up the atmosphere.
In addition to this, it's not just about the number of people, it's about how those people live. One person living a highly wasteful lifestyle in a wealthy city can have a larger ecological footprint than that of an entire village elsewhere.
Okay, now that is a heavy reality check.
Yeah, serious vibes in the room right now.
Exactly, Leher. It's a massive topic. But let's shake off that heavy feeling for a second and see how much we actually know about these global numbers. It's time for our World Population Day rapid fire round. I'm going to quiz our experts here. You have 5 seconds to answer. Are you all ready?
Ready.
Question 1 for Amok. Which continent is home to the world's largest population?
That's easy. It's Asia. It holds up to nearly 60% of the entire world's population.
Correct. Now, question two for Adya. Straight true or false? Is the world's population growing at a steady, increasing, accelerating rate every year?
False.
Correct. Now, can you explain why?
While the overall population is still growing, the rate of growth has actually significantly slowed down since the 1960s. People started having smaller families due to urbanization and better awareness.
Brilliant! Question 3 for Zoya. What is the main theme or core focus of World Population Day according to the United Nations?
It changes slightly every year. The theme for World Population Day is empowering young minds to create the families they want in a fair and hopeful world.
3 out of 3. You all aced it.
Now, as we wrap up this special broadcast, let's bring it home. 8.3 billion sounds like a massive, uncontrollable number that we can't do anything about from our school classrooms. So, what is the key takeaway for our student listeners here today?
For me, the takeaway is awareness, understanding that human numbers aren't just a threat, they are a responsibility. We need to advocate for equal education across the globe.
So, my challenge for the listeners is simple. Every action you take is multiplied by 8 billion. So, if you waste one plastic bottle, imagine 8 billion people doing it. However, if you save one bucket of water, imagine that impact multiplied by 8 billion. So, your daily choices matter.
And don't feel discouraged by the crowds, because a large population means a large community to lean on. Be kind to the people around you, because every one of those 8.3 billion people have a story, a struggle, and a dream just like you.
Beautifully put, team. World Population Day isn't just a day to fear about the future, it's a day to plan for it. It's about ensuring a world where 8 billion people can live with dignity, peace, and equal opportunities on a healthy planet. Huge thanks to Zoya, Shriyadya, and Amok for rocking the studio today.
Stay connected, stay conscious, and stay tuned to Radio Pallavi.
We're RJ Riddhi.
And RJ Leher signing off.